Oh, fuck. And that is basically my core workout for the whole fucking year. Today, I'm going to be doing the first book haul of 2019. First book I wanted to show you guys is Design as Art by Bruno Munari. This is a graphic design or design book in general, and I got this particularly small book for my class at school. It's really short. It basically talks about how Bruno Munari is one of the most inspirational designers of our time. That's pretty much it. I don't know too much about this book other than that he goes into like different types of design, what we see, how we view them, how the world views them, etc. Pretty interested and intrigued to read this. It's relatively short. It's around like 220 pages. This book, I think, published back in, I don't even know, 1980? Oh, 1966. So it goes way back in time. So that'll be interesting to see the point of view of graphic design back then versus now in the modern age. So the next set of books that I got in 2019 is this manga collection, or the first 3 volumes of The Promised Neverland. Let me just say, this manga is batshit crazy. I immediately had to pick up the series after I watched the first episode of the anime. I was so fucking shook. I don't want to give away any spoilers, however, I would actually recommend watching the first episode of the anime before you read the books, just because the books kind of spoil the blurb, spoil what happens like in the first like 30 pages of the book. So if you don't want to be spoiled like me, and if you want to have a better experience, I recommend watching the first episode of The Promised Neverland. The whole story overall, without giving away any spoilers, follows a group of kids who live in a boarding school who have these like numbers like tattooed on their necks at a very early age. The person who looks after them isn't their mother. She's like a warden, but they call her mother anyways. And all these kids view themselves to each other as brothers and sisters and siblings. When they come to a certain age, they are sent away to live with like a set of adoptive parents until they find out the real truth. So it's not all happy-go-lucky as it seems, and it was disturbing as fuck. Anyway, so I would highly recommend watching the first episode, then heading into the manga. The next comic book that I got is Check Please. So I picked this up after I've been seeing so many people really hype and rave about this book. It's basically about a college freshman who plays hockey, and he falls in love with another dude. It's gay, I'm here for it, so it sounds amazing already, and I'm really excited. So the next couple of YA books that I picked up also are thrillers as well. And the first one being Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McCannis. If you guys didn't know, I DNF'd her One of Us' line, her previous work, just because I found it to be really straightforward and just really boring, so I DNF'd it without finding out the twists. However, I did hear some problematic things about it, so I was really hesitant to go into this one. Suffice to say, though, I think this one was a huge like step up from her other book, and I enjoyed it like to some degree. I thought it was well done for what it was. You know, a YA thriller that was, you know, had a secret in a small town, a string of murders, and it was okay. It was all right. I think this one, if you're really new to the genre, it's good. It's a good step towards that genre if you guys want to dip your toes into it. So it's about this siblings, these twins, who move to this small town after their mother goes into a rehab to live with their grandmother. It's very straightforward, and it's not, I don't know, there's nothing new that I've read in this, and it wasn't really thrilling in my opinion, but I did like some of the characters. The writing was a little bit better this time around, so if you guys are new to the genre, might want to pick this one up. So the next one is After the Fire by Will Hill. I picked this one up spontaneously. Target run, honestly. Target runs are dangerous in my opinion because you never know when you're going to come home with the book. Anyways, this follows a little girl being kept in a house all her life, and she wants to go outside, but she is forbidden by this figure known as Father. He forbids her to talk or to leave the house in general until one day she does, and I heard this has like a supernatural aspect and vibe to it. It's like a thriller, but I heard it deals with cults, so that's really interesting, especially for a YA thriller. Really interested to see where this is going. So the next YA mystery that was sent to me unsolicited was The Similars by Rebecca Hanover. This one has a really interesting design cover, which I really like. I really like the gold shimmy that's going around. Didn't know too much about this book, but all I know is that these group of kids are at a school and they meet carbon copies of themselves. That's pretty much it. Don't know too much about it, so if you guys read this book, let me know. The next book I picked up, one of the most hyped books this year, the first half of 2019, The Wicked King by Holly Black. I actually read this book, and I was gonna give it 4 out of 5 stars until that motherfucking ending. Let me just say, that ending was so... It wasn't bad in my opinion. It was just, like, I hate cliffhangers, and it's just... Cliffhangers. Cliffhangers. Wait, cliffhangers? No. Cliffhangover. I totally forgot the word. Cliff Hangover. It's a cliff hangover, right? Fucking idiot. Anyway, so this had one of the worst endings I have ever read in my entire life for a series. It was just so bad, and I can't believe we had to wait a fucking year. This is what happens. You should not read this book or this series in general if you hate that kind of shit and you just don't want to wait. It's just like, why would the authors even put us in that situation? Like, what's the point? Like, I get it. Okay, I get it. But, like, it's just at the same time, I'm just like, are you fucking for real? Sorry, this is a lot of swear words. I should probably bleep some out. But, this one mainly follows the, events after the first book, in which Jude has to survive, like, more so in, like, this political drama that she put herself in, and secrets, and murder, and just campaigning, and Jude and Carden. It's just a lot, okay? But the ending was... that wasn't called for. Holly Black. So the next book I picked up, or the next set of books, from Book of the Month, The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, whatever. This one is a psychological thriller, and this one was a debut with a lot of buzz and hype that came with it. However, how fucking ever. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever read such a conflicted book in my... I did not like this book at all until the ending, the twist, which I've never read in any other book, because I've seen some reviews that have said they've seen this twist in other thrillers. Maybe I haven't read enough thrillers. I'm sure I know I haven't. But, like, at the same time, I was, like, shook. But the whole writing and story and pacing overall, it's a very slow burn, and I don't necessarily mind slow burn novels. It's just... this one, in my opinion, was too slow, and the pacing was not great. I just didn't like the writing style whatsoever, and for me, it was really interesting because in this book, the author, literally, whenever he described a male character, described him as, like, good-looking. Maybe aside from, like, one or two, but literally the whole main cast, if this was supposed to be a movie, you would not see anybody but good-looking guys. I mean, I'm not complaining, but at the same time, it's just... I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know, maybe this is like a reach. I have no idea. But, I don't know, that just seemed to me like he was describing everyone but female, like, at a higher standard. But yeah, every single guy, he had high cheekbones and dark hair, he was very good looking and handsome, and all the women were just, like, batshit crazy or something, and I was just like, maybe this is just me reaching, I don't know. If you guys have read this book, please let me know. Oh, I didn't even tell you what this book is about. This book is about a speech therapist who wants to uncover the secrets in the mysterious murder of this woman who has murdered her husband in cold blood. And she hasn't spoken ever since, and he wants to figure out what has happened. That's basically what this book is about. Oh, by the way, so, in case you guys didn't know, this is the Book of the Month pick. So Book of the Month, not sponsored by the way, basically a website where you can get books like this that cost at retail price close to $30 for literally $15 per month. I do have a link down below. If you refer other friends, you get a free book credit, so it goes all the way around. If that is within your budget, $15 a month, you can get a brand new release. It'll just have the Book of the Month logo on here, and sometimes the cover will be a little bit different. I know that in one case, there's this paperback edition of a thriller, but I got a hardcover edition instead, which I kind of like. And also, if you guys wait another month after the first, like, the new release comes out, it's only $9. So I think that's relatively cheap in my opinion. All of their books are retailed from like $20 to $30. You basically get half of it off. Additional $9 if you want to add any previous months. So the next Book of the Month pick I picked up is The Night Tiger by Yang Chu. I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. I probably should look that up. So I believe the author is a Malaysian author of Chinese descent. This one follows a group of variety of characters who fall into this world of secrets. Don't do this blurb justice. It sounds like a magical realism book, something I would enjoy. One character is about an 11-year-old boy who has a secret. He has to fulfill a promise to his dead master to find his severed finger and bury it with his body before his master's soul will wander the world forever. Another character finds a gruesome souvenir that plunges her into a dark adventure, a mirror world of secrets and superstitions. This is just one of the things that were in the blurb, and it sounds so good. I can't wait to pick this up, and I haven't really heard anyone talking about this. So again, Book of the Month pick. So the next book I picked up was a thriller, and it's An Anonymous Girl by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Buchanan. Another Book of the Month pick. Book of the Month has been winning again these past month. I really enjoyed this one. This is my second read from these two collaborative authors. I thought it was really well written. Their writing style was like stylized in a way that was just so sophisticated and sleek and modern. It was just very like edgy. I don't know what the word for it. I will do also a recent reads video where I'll be talking about all the books I've read in the past couple of months, because I read a decent amount of thrillers and some more new thrillers I want to recommend to you guys, so keep a lookout for that. This one follows a psychologist, and this psychologist basically has a study going on, and this girl, our main character, Jessica, participates in the study, and it's just basically how far will you go to do certain things this psychologist asks of you to do. Again, I'm trying to keep it low bar here, very low key, but I think this is one of my favorite thrillers I've read so far this year. The next book I picked up is The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi. The cover is phenomenal. This is one of my favorite covers of 2019, people. It's just some of the designs is like popped out, so you can like definitely feel it. Anyways, don't know too much about this book other than that this is like a Six of Crows type of vibe set in like France, with like magic system or something like that. So it sounds really good. Again, I picked up a book I barely even know what it was about. I did at some point know what this book was about, and I did plan on reading it. I was in a bookstore the other day and I saw this, and it had like a discount going on, so I was just like, why the fuck not? So here it is in my hands today. Also in that same bookstore, I managed to pick up The 13th Tale by Diane Centerfield. This is a edition I've been looking for forever. It's a hardcover edition. They only make paperback editions now. This is another magical realism story that follows
Tomorrow for sure.
So this one is another magical realism story that follows a journalist who finds this mysterious writer who creates these fantastic stories for children, and some of them might be true. So this sounds so good and so amazing, and I can't wait to read it. Again, this is like a really old book back in the day, and I haven't really heard anyone talking about it, which is really refreshing because I want to go into something that not a lot of people like know about. I mean, that I don't think a lot of people know about in the booktube community anyway. Also, in that same bookstore, I picked up a series, or an ongoing series, and it's The Last Magician and The Devil's Thief by Lisa Maxwell. I've heard pretty exceptional things about this whole series overall. I think it's about a girl who is the last magician, and she's like time traveling or time hopping in New York City. Sounds pretty good. Got these for a relatively cheap price, and so yeah, can't say anything else about it because I don't know anything else about it. So okay, so the next book I picked up, one of my first anticipated reads of 2019, is The Hiding Place by CJ Tudor. So if you guys haven't seen my most anticipated reads video of 2019, I recommend you do that so you guys kind of know what kind of books I'm aiming for, what kind of books I'm really excited for. I will leave a link somewhere on the screen so you guys can watch that if you guys are interested. The Hiding Place is a psychological thriller that follows this dude who goes back to his hometown after a mysterious and murderous event. What is fucking new? He becomes a teacher in his town for the high school, and the worst day is not when his friend was murdered back in the day and his sister went missing, but it's the day when she comes back. So even says right here on the cover. So again, don't know too much about it, but very excited because I read CJ's other work, The Chalkman, which I really enjoyed. So really excited to get into this one. So the second most anticipated read of 2019, the second book that came out this month, is The Lost Man by Jane Harper. So fun fact, I have 2 other books written by Jane Harper, haven't read any of them. I think this is a separate book from the other 2 because the other 2 follows like a main detective, and this one follows another mystery, just a standalone mystery. It's about 2 brothers, and one of them is found dead like 9 miles away from his car, and his death is ruled as a bizarre suicide, but his brother knows that he would never do such a thing, and kind of dives into this mystery of what happened to his brother, and why, and what happened, especially bringing up past secrets of both of their lives, in their past lives. Oh, it's 3 brothers, not 2, my bad. And looking at Goodreads, this book has a huge, like, really high score. So that is something I'll look out for, because, again, trying to stay away from most of the hype and good buzz, so I can formulate my own opinions and thoughts on it. So we are nearing the end of our book haul, but the next book I got is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. Very self-explanatory. However, fun fact, haven't read Crooked Kingdom. I haven't even finished it. I haven't even started. I kind of forgot what happened in Six of Crows, so before I even have to read this book, I have to read Crooked Kingdom. I also made another video where I talk about the books I didn't finish. I'll leave that on the screen as well, in case you guys want to watch that. The next book I picked up, Echo North by Johanna Ruth Mayer. This one I've heard no one talk about. I found this on Amazon, actually, like browsing through. And this one follows, I think this is like another Beauty and the Beast retelling, but more so in the older edition of the fairy tale. The book follows a girl who finds her missing father in the woods guarded by a talking wolf. And this talking wolf takes her to his castle where she finds a magical library, because what else is new in Beauty and the Beast? She finds a magical library full of books turned mirrors, which my brain can't comprehend that. Books turned mirrors, so I don't know what that really means, but she finds another dude trapped in one of them. So this sounds really interesting and really magical, and a really new twist on the tale of Beauty and Beast that we all know and love. So Can't wait for this one. So the next small book I picked up, another thriller, is Jane Doe by Victoria Helen Stone. Also found this on Amazon. This sounds really interesting. However, look at this cover. I love it when covers do this. There's like this, the face of the main character, I believe. Where they're the same person on the cover, and it's just really cool. The book follows a girl who is in like this workplace, and she wants to take revenge on this boss of hers. That's pretty much all I know from the blurb. So the next book I picked up is The Sisters of the Winterwood by Rana Rosner. This is like another fairy tale classic twist rendition of...
Later.
So this one takes the fairy tale vibe aspect of it, incorporates into like a full-blown book. It basically follows these two sisters who find out that they have this like magical heritage passed on from their family and this like danger lurking in the woods. That's pretty much all I know. Kind of like books like this. So if you guys have read this book, please let me know how it is. Last and not least is Winter Witch by Catherine Arden. This is the third book in the Bear and the Nightingale trilogy. I have no idea. This is the last book. But basically, again, fairy tale aspect in a full-blown like rendition of the own author's like thoughts and words. That make no sense, okay, but whatever. So this third book, I literally have no idea because I haven't read the second book, but I picked it up because I found it again, discounted at a used bookstore. God, used bookstores are the fucking best. Like, I would literally make a video where I would literally talk about where I buy all my books from, because I get so many like questions where people are like,
oh my god, you have so many fucking books, like how do you afford them all? I'm just like,
well, first of all,
my business.
Second of all, I want to share some of this knowledge with you so you can perhaps, you know, afford your own books well within your budget, whatnot. My book was about to fall off my lap. But yeah, also, by the way, not sponsored, I also have a Scribd link down below that if you guys sign up, it'll give you a month free and I get a month free. So if you like to help your boy out, and if you like to help yourself out to a free month, then by all means, please use this link. You get like unlimited amounts of books, of audiobooks. I really like it because I can control the speed of how fast I listen to it. Also, this is not sponsored. This is just my own thing. So I don't know if you guys are interested. Link down below. So another thing I want to show you guys is this planner that I'm going to show in an unbox for you guys. Were kind enough to send me a planner so I could show you guys if you guys are interested. Because this year, before the school year started, I was meaning to buy a planner for the school year and whatnot because it's 2019. It comes in this really sturdy box, and I got, oh wow, this is actually a lot of information. Hold on. This is like all the instructions of how to use your planner. Stickers, I guess they're like stickers for exercise, health, food, reading. Oh, that'll be interesting. And finally, we have the planner itself. So this is the Clever Fox Planner, and I will definitely be using this for the school year. And I believe that you can like track all your habits, do a vision board, write in your own dates, and fill out all the information that you need, like fill out your own schedule and everything. And there's also dotted paper in the back that you can also write or do your own things in. That is very convenient. Thank you so much to the people over at the Clever Fox Planner for sending me a planner. I will definitely be using this, and if you guys are interested, I will leave a link down below. I believe it's on Amazon, so if you guys want to get your own planner. Anyways, that is pretty much it. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have read any of these type of books, and if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up because it actually helps me a lot. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you guys all soon with the new video.